Hi folks, Mrs. Hauser here. I'm here to talk a little bit about Unit 1, Tools of Geometry. So far we've covered information on slope, the addition postulates, both angle and segment, finding the distance between 2 points or the length of a line segment, midpoints, bisectors, circles, both parts of a circle as well as the equation of a circle, and we've also talked about constructions. I'm going to talk to you in this video a little bit about the formulas that we use in this unit, and then in future videos, other videos that you can watch, there'll be specific information on each topic. So be sure to check those out if you need specific information on each topic. Let's talk about those formulas. We have our slope formula, our Pythagorean theorem, the distance formula, midpoint, and the equation of a circle. I'm going to go through them one at a time, talk a little bit about each one, and then if you need specific work with each formula, you want to be sure to check out those other videos. So our slope formula is m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. You want to be sure to remember that this is rise over run, and that your y's end up in your numerators. And the special way you can remember that is if you think of rise, that goes up and down, and you think of run, that goes left and right. And if we look at our coordinate plane, our y-axis is the one that goes up and down, and our x is the one that goes left and right. How do I actually get the slope? Well, I would be given 2 points, x, y, and an x and a y. And we label them in a special way. That label is point 1 and point 2. So that's where that x1 and x2 comes from, y1 and y2. And when I'm actually working through a problem, I like to label underneath those coordinates x1, y1, x2, y2, just to make it a little bit easier for me to substitute in. We've also talked about the Pythagorean theorem, which we've used to find the length of a line segment or the side of a right triangle. And that Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. C is special. It's the hypotenuse. So it's a special part of our right triangle, and I'll actually draw that right triangle out. The hypotenuse is the part of the right triangle that's across from the right angle. It's the longest side. Now it doesn't matter which legs I label as A or B, so I'll go ahead and label them in this picture as A and B. We've also talked about the distance formula, which is an application of the Pythagorean theorem, and that distance formula is D equals the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. And again, we are dealing with 2 points, x and y, x and y. And they're labeled in that same special way. The first point gets 1s and the second point gets 2s. And again, when I work through the problems, I like to underneath label x1, y1, and x2, y2 to help when substituting. We also discussed the midpoint formula, which would help us find the midpoint of a given segment. And that midpoint formula is x1 plus x2 over 2, y1 plus y2 over 2. And essentially in this formula, we are averaging our x's and averaging our y's. Something important to note on this one is that we want a point as an answer because it is called midpoint. So our answer should be a coordinate pair and we label our points in that same special way. We have an X and a Y and an X and a Y. The first point gets ones and the second point gets twos. And when I'm dealing with actual points, I like to label underneath. And the last special formula that we talked about in this unit was the equation of a circle. And the equation of a circle is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equal to r squared. And this looks really confusing, but our center is at hk. And our radius is r, not the diameter, but the radius. And we'll draw a picture to help clarify that. So here is my circle. My center is here at h comma k, and my radius is r. I hope this helped refresh some of those formulas and helped you understand how to substitute into them. If you need specific help using any of these formulas, be sure to check out those other videos. Good luck studying!